everyone, this is Ian with Motorcycling and I'm back with another video for you today. So today I'm going to talk about my socks that I recently purchased with my Revzilla cash. One of the subscribers, actually the leader of my riding group that I'll be partaking in May, said that these socks might not dry as quick as some of the quick dry socks that are out there. And I got these for free with Zilla Cash. They were 30 bucks and I had 30 bucks Zilla Cash, so I went ahead and bought these. And what I'm going to do is test to see if they will dry overnight. So it's about 8 o'clock right now, and I assume that's when we usually would be rolling into the hotel on some of our nights. And I'm going to go ahead and put these in the wash, which I'm going to use my Scrubba to demonstrate. And then, so part of the video is just going to be me learning how to use this Scrubba system. And I'm going to wash these and figure out if these are going to dry overnight or not. All right, so first off with the Scrubba, what's nice about the Scrubba is it actually folds down to like basically almost nothing. And I'll show you how that folds in a minute here. It folds like this, and if I were to fold it in half like that, that's how neatly, I should say, and tidy it folds down. So today we're going to open that up and we're going to look at how to use this. What's nice with this bag is that the directions actually come right on the bag, right here, so you can see. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it'll show you right here. I've already looked through these, so I'm just going to walk through it really quick. It's basically just a bag with these little knobs right down here. And these little knobs are going to be the things that are going to help wash the clothes. So what I've got here is the pair of socks that I plan on wearing. Got a t-shirt, and this is basically all I'm going to pack is a t-shirt, underwear, and a bra. And I'm not going to show you the underwear and bra. I'm just going to go ahead and just throw everything in here. And once these things are in here, all we have to do is fill up with a little bit of soap. I'm just going to use a little bit of soap here, and I'm just going to use a little bit because these clothes are not that dirty. Just going to use it a little bit, and then we're just going to put water in here, and I'm going to use pretty warm water, nothing crazy. So we're just going to put a bit of water in here just to fill it up, like so. Not too much water, just a little bit of water, just enough to get these clothes wet. And the reason why I want to test these out now is because I want to make sure that if there's anything that goes wrong with this bag, along with my clothes not drying, then I'm going to have to look at possibly buying other undergarments, which I've had some of my subscribers recommend, such as the Ex Officio undergarments. Now those things are expensive, by the way. So I think I've gotten enough water in here, and we're gonna look at our window here on the bag, and that's pretty much what the bag looks like once the water is in there, and it gets pretty heavy pretty quick. So now what I'm gonna do is roll this top, and what I have to do is roll it at least 3 folds in order to secure the water into the bag. And then there's also this little doohickey here, this little air vent or air release valve. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up right now before I start pulling this down. So we're gonna fold this down 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more just in case. And this is just like any dry pack system or any waterproof system. You gotta roll it at least 3 times down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and buckle it together. And then there's gonna be a little bit of water. a little bit of air. Obviously there's water in here, a little of air. So what we're going to do is try to get rid of some of this air. If you notice, if I do this, you see the air pops up. So we're gonna use this little valve right here to let air out, so that we can get to the clothes, because if the air is in there, we can't get to the clothes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press down until this air comes up to the valve, and I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the valve to let air out. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's not a lot of air in here to begin with, so I don't know what I did that was so well that the air There's not a lot of air in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. Squeeze the valve. And I hope you guys can hear that. And you can see the bag going down. I'm gonna come closer. Oh, water's coming out. So water's coming out, so obviously we know that we can go ahead and close the valve now. And I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off really quick because I don't like water everywhere. And now I'm gonna turn it over and show you what it looks like through the window of this thing. And so now you see the window right there, the window, and you see water moving around here. So what we're going to do is basically lay it flat. I'm going to do this in the hotel every night. And you can see the window right there. And we're just going to rub it against the knobby parts, like on the knobby off-road tires that I showed you earlier. That's why that knobby part's going to be, you can see it right here through here. It's going to be on. This water is from earlier, it's not from the bag itself. I'm gonna put it on, that part's it's got this grippy material right here, and that's gonna hold on to whatever material that you have the bag sitting on. And that part's gonna stay, but the top part's gonna move around so that I can kind of rub it against the knobby part, and that's the washing mechanism of this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and empty it out right now. And this bag so far, let me tell you, it's kind of cool actually. It's easy to carry. It's pretty cool. All right, the water's coming out of it, which is a good sign. That means it's working. I'm gonna go ahead and empty it into the sink here with the soap and the dirty water. Well, this will be dirty water in the future, obviously. We're gonna go ahead and dump as much of this dirty soapy water as much as possible. And now, I'm gonna fill it back up with clean water. So we're gonna do that right now. Again, lukewarm water. And again, I'm just going to fill just enough to cover the close. And then what I'm going to do is roll this thing up again. So I'm going to roll it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to roll it 5 times just to be on the safe side. So we're going to do that. And now you can kind of see how it's kind of bubbled. So I'm going to have to use this air valve again. And once again, I'm going to open up this air valve. Show it to you right here. And with all this air buildup right now, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze this and try to listen to it. And this won't work too well if the air is not pressed against the valve. So you got to make sure that the air is pressed against the valve underneath the bag for this valve to work. If you're covering it, if you're blocking it, no air is going to come out of the valve when you squeeze it. So now we go back to rubbing it or scrubbing it with the Scrubba with now the clean water. And I'm just going to do this back and forth for a little bit. Obviously you can do this as long as you'd like. And then once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go ahead and empty it out and wring out the clothes and then put it up for dry. And we'll see how that turns out. Looks like we're back with the morning. It's actually, I woke up a little late. It's about 7 o'clock right now instead of 6 or 6:30 that I promised last night. So we're going to check on the socks right now. And here we go. First pair of socks. Let me just focus here for you. And it's actually pretty dry, strangely. Let's see. The thick parts right here are dry. I'm squeezing it. Thick part right here. Thick part, this is the heel of the foot. And it's pretty dry. I'm squeezing it to see if there's any water coming out of it. There's another thick part as well. Thick part here. Thick part, thick part. So yeah, all the thick parts of the sock are all dry. Let me see if I got the other one. The other sock, and same thing. They're pretty dry. They're not bad. They are dry. I mean, they are bone dry, guys. These things are not. They're not somewhat damp or anything. It's as if they were in the dryer and completely dry, air dry. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. I washed these about 8:15 last night. They were wet. I wrung them out and put them on a hanger overnight, and yep, this is what they turned out to be. Let me check on my t-shirt really quick here. And the t-shirt is pretty dry as well. Bone dry everywhere. So I'm thoroughly happy with this. I am so happy with this. This just means I don't have to buy a whole new wardrobe of undergarments. My bra's pretty dry as well. And the same goes for my underwear. So dry, dry, dry. I don't have to buy new socks, new underwear, new clothes or anything for this trip. Alright, so I think that will do it for this video. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye!